If you're anything like me and you like outdoor warm weather gear, then today's video is going to be perfect for you, and it's also going to be a little bit of a how-to, because today we're going to be talking about a heated jacket or a heated vest, and I'm going to give my honest opinion if I think this is something that you should dive into yourself, or is it really worth your money? Does it actually work? Let's talk about it. And here it is. This is going to be the Venustas Vest. This is heated apparel. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to get into a review and also going to show you how to work one of these if you already own one. I have always kind of ventured away from heated jackets and heated vests because I honestly felt this was kind of gimmicky. However, as technology advances and we continue to move forward in modern apparel, I feel like the technology should be there. This company actually reached out to me and asked if they could send me this and me just give a review on it. And you know what? I haven't taken any products in a minute, and I thought this would be perfect because, well, it is in one of my favorite patterns. You guessed it, camouflage. And if you've been following this channel for any length of time, you would know apparel, gear, outdoor stuff, and hunting is some of my favorite stuff. So let's cut the nonsense. Let's go ahead and dive completely into this. Let's start off with what it comes with, the quality, and the fitment. So of course, I'm gonna get pretty in-depth with this thing here in a minute, show you how it looks, show you how it feels, and overall talk about the quality. But let's open this thing up first so I can just kind of show you guys what all it comes with. First off, it is gonna come with the instructions here. It's gonna tell you in several different languages, all the things you're gonna need to know. We'll get to all of this here in a minute. And of course, here is going to be the battery. And we'll talk about this battery specifically, good and bad, the weight, how it all works. And looks like you have some more instructions, a charging cable, which is awesome. We're going to talk about this charging cable here because this is what your iPhone USB-C is going to charge with, which is pretty badass. Warranty where you can register it here. The warranty on this, it does show 2 years, which is pretty cool because you get 1 year for the battery and 2 years for the vest. That's pretty sweet having some warranted product for a heated vest. At least kind of ensures your investment for up to 2 years. So let's go ahead and just check this vest out overall. Looks like it's packaged pretty good. And I can tell you right now, just by the first feel, this thing feels really good. Let's get over here in camera frame so I can actually open this up so y'all can see what it looks like. We're gonna also talk about the fitment on this, but first impression is this feels to be a little bit more than just a heated vest. This actually feels like a vest that I would have no problem wearing even without the heat. But wow, yeah, this thing is definitely definitely nice, definitely good quality. Has a, try not to cover my mic up. Has a whole lot of warmth through it, especially in these pockets right here, even without obviously a battery heating it up. I will say this is the large, and I'm kind of glad I went with the large. If you're between that large and extra large, I would say this actually runs maybe a little big or right at true to size. I normally buy a lot of my stuff in extra large. However, I've kind of been cutting weight. I'm in my cutting phase right now, so a large fits perfect. So if you're kind of in the middle between small and medium, or large and extra large, or extra large and 2X, and so on, you may go with the smaller size. But if you're wanting to layer on top of this, then obviously go smaller. If you're wanting to put this on as a mid layer or an outer layer, you could go bigger. But fitment and quality is pretty sweet. First rattle out of the box. Let's go ahead and turn it inside out. Talk about the inside. This is the exact same kind of inside layer as my Arc'teryx jacket. So first initial impression, I would definitely tell you it feels like it's got quite a bit of good quality on it. One thing I totally recommend, and that would be read your operation instructions. This is going to tell you how to turn it on and whatnot. And actually, you have this little logo right here that is going to be your on and off button. I'm going to show you exactly how to operate this in just a second. In order to turn your battery on, I would recommend, just like the instructions say, going ahead and fully charging this. However, you're going to hold that down for 3 seconds and it is going to turn it on. I clicked it and it lit up. So let's just do 1, 2, 3. That's obviously on. So the plug-in for this jacket is actually going to be right here in the inside pocket. Go ahead and push it on. And I hope you can see this. You're going to tuck it in. You have a little zipper pocket back there that you slide it in, which is cool because you can still use this pocket right here. Everything tucks in nice and secure, and you zip it up. Now I'm going to show you how to operate this and turn it on. Turn it on, you're going to hold this for 3 seconds here. You're going to hold this little logo here for 3 seconds, and what it's going to do is it's going to blink, kind of slow pulsating blinking there. And what that's doing is it is preheating the jacket. I can already tell you right now, with it preheating just this jacket, I am drenched. Like, I'm not just making this up. I don't owe this company nothing, and this company doesn't owe me. Honestly, if this jacket sucks, I'm just going to throw it in the trash and tell them thanks for the product. But it is preheating right now per the instructions and per this blinking little thing right there. And let me tell you, it is hot, like uncomfortably hot. For in this room, it's also 73 degrees in here. So the cool thing about this jacket is it has like 3 different settings. Let me grab the instructions and I'll show you those. Preheat, which is what it's doing now. It's blinking. And then you have warm, medium, and low. So yeah, there you go. I'm really not much of an instruction reader. However, this has taught me a whole lot about this jacket. So pretty cool story. I don't know if this is just some Chinese company that made this story up about hiking in the Rockies, but they have really Americanized the story. Could be true, could not be true. I personally do not care, but read the instruction manual on this. So I'm still in the preheating phase, and I had to just come outside because at least it's like 65 degrees out here. It's 70 something in that room, and I'm literally burning up. I can tell you so far the warmest on this jacket is going to be the back, the collar right here, and I would say really right here on the pectacles. I think these pectacles and kind of your lats right here is extremely warm. Let's check and see if this thing is still preheating. I want to see if I can go ahead and turn it down a notch. Yeah, so there we go. I got it on medium there. So as you can see, it looks like it just turns kind of a white color when it's on medium. So you have it on warm, medium, and then low. I think I'm going to keep it on low because right now, at the current weather condition I'm at, that hot is burning me up. Another question that everyone's probably wondering, which is the same thing I was wondering, what's it feel like having a battery in your pocket? Well, the cool thing about this is you actually have quite a bit of storage pockets, including in the inside. You have pockets inside on, looks like just on one side, and on your outside you have kind of this one here, and then you have 2 hand warmer pockets. I would compare carrying this battery around to like maybe a little bit bigger than like an Amazon cell phone charger. I've got a couple of those little cell phone chargers that are portable, and you know, it's just like that. It's not exactly the lightest, but it's not really the heaviest. But this would be the only downside that I can come up with right now is this right here is a little heavy. It's not terrible. I would compare it to having like 2 old school, like, I don't know, first edition iPhones put together in your pocket. It could be worse, but it definitely could be better. So hopefully in future models, they lighten that up a little bit. But that's just real world complaints from me, just because I'm going to be trekking a lot of miles. And this to me is pretty perfect. Clearly right now, if you were moving around or it's warm weather whatsoever, there is no way I would have this on. Even just this thing cooling off right now, I have it off. It is extremely warm. I'm sorry, I have it on the coolest setting and it is extremely warm. My back is holding heat like no other. So these are just first impressions. I don't know how long this thing is going to last on each setting. I'm sure it says in the manual. I'm going to do some long-term reviews. I am going to take this thing hunting. So obviously this is just a real quick review, but I can go ahead and leave you guys with this is first impressions is it at least is good quality. And I think them giving a warranty of up to 2 years for this is really going to make it a little bit easier for people to get into, because if you're anything like me, I kind of thought the battery powered stuff was kind of gimmicky. Really can't wait to see how this thing holds up in colder temperature. What I am going to do is, since they did give me a discount code, I am going to link that in the comments below. That way, if you are interested in it, you can check out its price and you can buy it, and hopefully they will continue to send me some more stuff so I can further test. But yeah, this is the Venustas heated camo vest. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever used any of this stuff before and what you thought about today's review. If you're not already subscribed and liking my stuff, you should probably do that because it would help the channel grow, because I'm pretty sure I'm being shadow banned. With that, glad we talked about it.